Midbrain, a lifetime gift to your child.
Japan gi akhanaba technology amagi matengna Sunday khudingi leptana pangthokliba
Midbrain activation courses na adumga angangbu wakhal budilo sing thohanduna mithoi mihenba amadi punsida thoiba mai pakpa mioi ama soidana ohenbada mating oigani.
course asigi chada chama guarantee pizagani.
Akupa marol khangbinaba ngasimak call tobirau
Genius Mindtech Imphal. Lengsin Birau, Kingdom Educational Institute, All Lambulan, opposite GP Women College, Asida, Ningthin Experience Lairaba, Faculty Singna, Takpi Tambiriba Course Sing, Maruoina, Aviation Gi Makhada, Cabin Crew, Ground Staff, Amadi Tourism and Hospitality Management Course, Tambi Ningba Singna, Ngasi Maklaktuna, Tanabiu, Masida Sunatana, Institute Asida, Makal Kuding Maki, Computer Coursing, Tambagi Kudong Chaba, Adusu Pizeri, Kudamoina, Triple C, DCA, Tally with GST, Asina Chingbasing. Loina na spoken English, spoken Hindi, personality development, interview techniques, Asina Chingbasing, Tambayagani. Hairibo coursing asi chama thabak phangnabagi guidelines su pizari.
Headlines. Don't let outside influence create disunity among different communities in state, cautions Chief Minister in Biren. "14 cadres of United Tribal Liberation Army GEMS surrender with arms. Chief Minister in Biren urges UG groups to come back to normal life for better Manipur. And UCM demands immediate stoppage of ongoing construction of border fencing in Indo-Myanmar border. Hello and a very good evening. Welcome to MAMI TV English News Bulletin. I'm KABITA TONGBRAM. While stating that government is not claiming hill areas as the land of Meiteis but pitching to safeguard the reserved forest areas of Manipur, Chief Minister in Biren issued a stern warning to those concerned not to let outside influence disintegrate the unity and integrity of the state. The Chief Minister was speaking at a program held in connection with the completion of 8 years of BJP rule at the center of Thambal Sanglen, Nitaipa Chuthek today. Speaking further, Chief Minister in Biren stated that India has witnessed various developmental changes since the year 2014 when BJP government led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi came to power in the country. He also expressed pride at being a worker of BJP as India has now occupied a status in the world. The Chief Minister eulogized Prime Minister Narendra Modi for all his efforts and initiatives in fight against dreaded coronavirus. He further reiterated that the BJP government has been laying focus on the northeast region of India to usher in more development in the region. All the works undertaken by the government of Manipur are under the supervision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Biren said. He also informed that as part of state government's 100 days action plan, the government will inaugurate various projects in the state, including Civil Secretariat. Home Minister Amit Shah will be visiting the state in the next 30 days and will inaugurate the projects, the Chief Minister said. Speaking on the deplorable condition of road during the rainy season, he assured that concrete will be laid on most of the roads to address the problem. The Union Finance Ministry has informed to sanction Rs 3,500 crore from the World Bank for the same. Stressing the need to strengthen BJP, the Chief Minister said that the 10 BJP ministers will visit the BJP office and interact with BJP workers every Saturday.
Manipur की लंबी सी रेनी सीजन दिना tatna kaiba to do no minus the election campaign the hajin giba concrete road to bogido ngaramak financial moi committee Bharat Sarkar gi finance ki famdana lupa crore lising ahum sanga world bank dagi long na ba yare aduna sumaina tangkak nai na manipur sembadi hujik da hobudong to sarkar leiram baduna mani hingam baduna mani mating leina niyom sumna hingamba state amu weram badudi border am tanga amde karai de border na agale juko valley gi ngarang na handani sang saraga police saraga ngai ba tungjoi gi ngarang na handani entry gate saraga thabuk to ba hodi jeri ba ngarang na handani behangda police station hangaga check torga check post hangi ba ngarang na handani kramaina palamba sarkar no isha sumai madu jaiba thokni chaina gum ji jaibe matam nate wahi wata ga soibe abja nate ta case to de ngai le group kursu aduna ikoi amatani manipur da leiriba ichininau mayam punamak naga kuki maitai pangal adagi leiriba ariba mapandagi lakoi sing nau sing ariba sing akoina salwo su ilasu yaroi daba simba mayam sa akoi masen unkhatnaraga khatnabagi matam nate aikoi mehorondagi leiraiba aikoi mayam phajana leigani sing amata maitai gini haiba leite aikoi manipur gini haibani mai magi kun leijaraga mai magi leijari bidong asi kanamtuna akoi gomaina sokpagi asa leite kedaboi soktoino mai kun magi tajaraga leiba mayam do sumnagi reserve forest na leiramba khadu kanji haiba khatani singi kun tajariba singmi singini ma leijari ba mafam ma magi mafam ni akoina leiriba su akoi mafam ni masidaida akoi sayet na ba leite sayet na ba create torokanu mapandagi lakwa mina ikoi bu kain harba influence torokanu aikoi manipur ingna singna mamangi sahi manga su laigre lakada bo sahi lemhori mayam so koi nusina na matoina leini nagani habise asigumba sahi ni pan surapa honorable prime minister ishor ga pankak werba prime minister modi ji gi magi sahi ni pan surapa gi palan tauba aduga aikoi party office ta ngasi mayam ga interaction tauba press meet tauba gi numisida aina thamjabani.
President of BJP Manipur Pradesh A. Sharda, CAF and PD Minister L. Sushindro, MLA Usham Diben, members of BJP district level committees, Morcha attended the program. A total of 14 cadres of proscribed militant outfit United Tribal Liberation Army James, including its chairman, surrendered to government of Manipur along with arms and ammunition today. Chief Minister N. Biren has said the surrendered cadres are not enemies of the government and appealed to them to return to normal lives for a better Manipur. The cadres surrendered today before Minister of CAF and PD L. Sushindro, Minister of Tribal Affairs and Hills Letpao Haukeb, MLAs, IGAR, Sound, BSF, CRPF, SIB and Manipur Police at the banquet hall of Manipur Rifles during a homecoming ceremony. The surrendered cadres included Chairman of UTLA James Faction, Donthang Singh Sid, Home Secretary and Finance Secretary. They handed over 2 HK-33 rifles, 1 AK rifles, 1 A1 rifle, 2 A2 rifles, 3 single-barrel rifles, 1 Chinese hand grenade, 18 gelatin sticks, 18 detonators and assorted ammunition to Chief Minister N. Biren. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Biren said the surrendered cadres of UTLA James Faction will be granted a sum of 6,000 rupees every month and 4 lakh rupees for 3 years as one-time grant under a revised scheme for surrender cum rehabilitation of militants in the Northeast state by the Union Ministry of Home Affairs. The grant will be transferred to their personal bank accounts as fixed deposits. They will stay at rehabilitation camp for 3 years where they will take part in vocational training of their choice. This will help in earning income after they are rehabilitated, the Chief Minister said.
2005 tagi horga cadre punna 681 cadres screening committee na ayab hai. Out of 681 the 630 moi ge mayum da sahi hongi rehabilitation camp vocational training program mayum da halga normal life moi seeking like assorted ammunition single na kama apply 598 weapons moiga lakda loina rakhi obdi tongan ba UG group sing surrenderi muthu humdoi rehabilitation de dei the government sibu thaja biba honorable prime minister Narendra Modi ji ki magi wakhalon sibu thaja biba bana northeast asi pira iba safu developing nutrients humanity attachment sigi pon mayam su urugana ngasi kulai pairaga thajoga bayu thado server besel no mayam ma yun hadapi dari mutokne darwa Umay ko ba dai uri mo kay thado kharcha ba Bharat inauguration so na puna andiro man sunna andiro ka pre koi sabe ya sasi koi lomoi maru mo ka poi case no kai to we say honorable given Home Minister Limani and also accept some young IS over crime.
President of the United Committee Manipur UCM, Joy Chandra Kontosam, has warned that the ongoing construction of border fencing in the Indo-Myanmar border should stop immediately, or else intense agitation will be launched. Joy Chandra gave the warning during an inspection visit to the border areas near the border pillar number 81, where construction of the so-called border fencing was going on. Accompanied by a group of journalists, Joy Chandra Kontosam said the UCM had asked the authority to stop further construction of the fencing during their visit in August last year until the anomaly in the survey of the border was corrected, as the fencing was found to be constructed as far as 1 kilometer inside the territory of India, that is within Manipur. Unless the Union Home Ministry stops henceforth the forcible construction of the border fencing, even when it is clear that Manipur is losing vast tracts of land, the people of Manipur will launch immense agitation. He said the issue of construction of border fencing has been brought to the notice of the Union Minister of State for External Affairs, Dr. R.K. Ranjan. Dr. Ranjan had assured that the boundary dispute will be verified and resolved, but no step has been taken to resolve the dispute. It is unfortunate that he has not been able to fulfill his assurance, the UCM president said. He further said, though the government claims that the fencing is not border fencing but security fencing, there is not a single gate in the fencing. Vast tracts of cultivable land had been left out on the Myanmar side beyond the fencing. In order to have friendly relation with Myanmar and to establish Act East policy, Manipur cannot compromise its land, Joy Chandra said.
Myanmar bu friendship oina na bagi damakta ek is policy gi damakta aikoi gi lamda negotiation tawwa aikoi sunga yabu ngamoi friendship oiba kai chukai de ek is policy kai chukai de aikoi welcome tawi tawuda bu aikoi gi lamse sida negotiation tawraga friendship oigini habidudi aikoi Manipur macha India macha amoina aikoi yabu ngamoi ngasi mangi bu lamse India gi lamneba ngasi India na ye iba map se amo hongdok tori braiba aikoi na hainingi je lam mangi khangagadi madu tasengna athu matamda lam mangi bese kamai tawraga masi waroisan porakadegi haibadi tawdraga namfu habude hetta fencing khagani haina tawba se yamna madu loser da wakhaldi madu khudakta handokfiyo natragadi leibang miyamgi ho sungchoi choidan tawgani habje thamjage.
Minister of Tribal Affairs and Hills, Letpao Hokev, has said, according to the Indian Forest Act 2006, people inhabiting in hill areas before 2005 are allowed to settle. However, village settlers after 2006 are prohibited from settling as per the Act. He said this at Garib Kalyan Sammelan organized by Churchandpur District Administration. MLA of Churchandpur Assembly Constituency, LM Kote, and MLA of Singad Assembly Constituency, Jinlunthang, also attended the program. Speaking on the occasion, Minister Letpao said, in education sector, more power shall be given from class 6 to 10, in health sector from primary health sub-center, PHSC to community health center, CHC, and different other departments. Saying that the government is preparing for ADC election, he said the date for election will be fixed after note from the governor.
Forest issue will take a call on it because it doesn't necessarily mean that forest has the right to do everything.
Okay.
Law is there.
Yeah.
according to 2006 Gazette of Government of India Forest Act, people who reside, people who settled there before 2005.
Sports Authority of India SAI Sports Training Center STC Imphal today observed its 34th Foundation Day today at the indoor hall of STC. Director of YAST Fulen Meitei, Regional Director of SAI and NERC Imphal Francis Marwin, Director of SAI NERC Lanminthang and Deputy Director of SAI STC and Dronacharya Awardee L. Ibomcha attended the program. Speaking on the occasion, Director of SAI and NERC Lian Min Thang said, "We must remember the pioneers of SAI as they have produced many well-known players from the state. Players of the state have more discipline as compared to the players from other states," he said. Director of YAS Fulan said, "There are only 2 SAI centers in the state and they are trying to press the authorities concerned to set up such centers in hill districts too. The doors of SAI are always open for youth filled with talents," Fulan said.
India ki arena da puthokri ba players is okay na puthokang gadra haibagi hazardulai. I think it's indeed very impressive to me that one hockey apagi Tamoy Bonsala haibada, he is the lone wrestler, lone training wrestler inside STC. And mind to the Aquina, talent scope say among releasing interior members in the Torgadi, in hockey, some Torpia, it has a delay, Aquina University, talent Payama, and Laga Aquina talent to take as not of Birgadi. In days to come, Aquina Kadaka, Manipur, India international arena, sports Manipur, the Sweden of dominant of only have say.
As part of the program, gifts were presented to players playing in different disciplines. Director of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences Imphal, Professor A. Shanta, inaugurated cryostat frozen section and automatic IHC stainer ventana at the Department of Pathology RIMS Imphal today. Speaking on the occasion, Professor A. Shanta stated that the machines inaugurated today will facilitate in treatment of cancer and other diseases. He said the institute is now providing free molecular tests for breast and lungs cancer. The test will immensely help in cancer care for targeted therapy. The project will also be expanded by adding molecular testing of 2 more cancers, namely colorectal cancer and endometrial carcinoma, very shortly, the director said.
It's very, very advanced nowadays, and it's very tricky to give the final diagnosis. And for that, we need a lot of advanced equipment. The pathology which started around 100 years back was very primitive, but then those professors are very good, like Boyd, Robinson. They must have written thousands of books. From there, we keep on improving. So now, at last, we have Benton automatic immunochemistry. This come under our Diamond project. Diamond project is something like Department of the Health, that is the Government of India, plus ICMR. I mean the ICMR. Advanced Molecular Oncology Diagnostic Services. This is the one of them. RIMS and Susan is the one of them center in advance. This is the one we can diagnose in the cancer, so advanced one. Right now we are focusing on the carcinoma of lungs.
Speaking on the occasion, Medical Superintendent of RIMS Hospital, Professor N. Sanjeev said the hospital will be more developed when all the staffs, including doctors, discharge their duties diligently. Steps have been taken to keep all the facilities of hospitals outside the state.
Aduga aina department ki heads in the hygiene industry, quick isagi department of Manipur is like the proposal from which of the leadership we have, it is our chance. Aduna aina hygiene care more it's a we have with such a level leadership we have now. A quick no one is again to go to procure to one again, be like Graham the one is again, to the director of the Hadibus. A quick like a facility is a Manipur is very nothing should be sent out from there. A quick Manipura, anywhere come with the Nirma part, Harvard, Pilot, the leader, the of work, case someone didn't get. I appointed him again.
In continuation of effort to save the environment, United Committee Manipur UCM distributed around 1,000 fruit-bearing tree saplings to the residents of Kwata Khul and Kwata Kuno along Indo-Myanmar border on Tuesday. The civil society organization distributed betel nut, lychee and cashew nut tree saplings to the residents. Speaking on the occasion, President of UCM, Joy Chandra said, when these saplings bear fruits, it will bring a change to the lives of the farmers and contribute in maintaining the ecosystem. They distributed betel nut saplings to revive the history, as Kwata was well known for plantation of betel nut, locally known as Kwa, when Manipur was a princely state, Joy Chandra said.
United Committee Manipur na ngasi Kotha Khunungda amadi Kothagi jagada aikoi laaga aikoina mahi marong panba u sing tharaga aikoi economy phanba amadi environment phanabagi wakalonda aikoina hairiba thobak si paikhatchabani aikoina mafam asidajta aikoina lakpa matamda kwa lising ahum pujarai kwa se aikoi karigi damakta tharibana bada Kotha haibse kwa aikoi mamangai dai fai phusingna aikoina chagadaba ningthongna chagadaba kwa singdo Kotha dagi puthoi haibadagi aikoina kwa se ngasidi mafam asida kwa thadabi yadi haibagi wakalonda aikoina Kothada kwa lising ahum puraga lakchabani.
A local of Kwata Kuno, Takelambam Biren, expressed happiness for rendering services to Kwata Khul and Kwata Kuno along Indo-Myanmar border. He drew the attention of the state government to look into the inconveniences faced by the locals of the villages in the border area.
Masi Kangdana, Kugi, Manipurgi, UCM, and Kanadiba, United Manipuna, Lakiduna, Otara, Otabajam Yambu, Pakwagi, from Moidavia de Kwagi, from Semdavia de Hadana, Otabasi, history go winner, Laklaba, Duma, Quatabagim from Nubomaka Ladiba, but they have a consider Ladiba, Quaga, Zane Hemafamsi, United Committee Manipuna, Kambi Matunda, Quaga, the Sing a home cup, Renzi the Singama, Kisana the Singama, so my Yambiramita Mudada, Aina, Farmer Moina, hiding I didn't take up Pungje.
Delphi Oinam of Manipur has topped the High School Living Certificate HSLC examination 2022 conducted by Nagaland Board of School Education. The result of the examination was declared yesterday. She scored 595 marks out of the total of 600 and scored 99.17% in the examination and topped in 3 subjects, namely mathematics, alternative English and foundation of information technology. She is a student of Don Bosco Higher Secondary School, Dimapur. Delphi is the second daughter out of 3 children born to Oinam Bopen Singh and Sharungbam second Chanu of Sangakon Bajar, Chingmairong. Delphi Oinam has an elder sister and a younger brother. Aspiring to become a doctor, Delphi said she would continue her study in Nagaland and gave entrance examination for MBBS. Now it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Others Eye Clinic, a unit of Others Medicare Services, Porompat Jennings Main Gate, opposite Axis Bank. OPD timing 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Sunday. Facilities available: comprehensive eye care, cataract surgery, glaucoma clinic, oncology, oncology and aesthetic clinic, cornea and dry eye clinic, medical retina, optical store, OCT, perimetry, yak laser, free OPD every Saturday. Please contact 600-910-8789.
India reported a total of 2,745 new COVID-19 cases with 6 deaths in the last 24 hours. This brought the total number of COVID-19 cases to 4.31 crore and the active cases increased to 18,386 according to the data updated by the Union Health Ministry. The number of deaths due to COVID-19, however, climbed to 5.24 lakh with fresh fatalities in the last 24 hours. The active cases comprise 0.04% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate was recorded at 98.74%, the ministry said. An increase of 185 cases has been recorded in the active COVID-19 case load in a span of 24 hours. The Enforcement Directorate today summoned Congress President Sonia Gandhi and her MP son Rahul Gandhi, having served notices in the National Herald case, asking them to appear before the agency on June 8. According to media report, Rahul Gandhi has been summoned on June 2 and Sonia Gandhi on June 8, ED sources said. They are determined to honor the ED summons and not delay or seek an adjournment. It's a political, social, economic and legal battle, the party has asserted. Congress MP and senior lawyer Abhishek Manu Singhvi at press conference said there is no evidence of money laundering or of any money exchange. The party has accused the center of political vendetta and misusing central probe agencies to target the opposition with an eye on assembly elections. An elderly woman was killed and 2 males wounded when an argument between 2 females erupted into gunfire Tuesday at a university campus after a high school graduation there. According to New Orleans police, the males received wounds that were not life-threatening, one hit in a shoulder, the other in a leg. The gunfire occurred near the Xavier University of Louisiana Convocation Center, where Morris Jeff Community School held its high school graduation on Tuesday morning. 3 people were being questioned, reports said. Now the headlines once again. Don't let outside influence create disunity among different communities and state, cautions Chief Minister N. Biren. "14 cadres of United Tribal Liberation Army James surrender with arms. Chief Minister N. Biren urges UG groups to come back to normal life for better Manipur. And UCM demands immediate stoppage of ongoing construction of border fencing in Indo-Myanmar border. And that brings us to the end of today's English News Bulletin. Keep watching MAMI TV for latest news updates. Thanks for watching.